Yo, what's going on, guys? It's DragsterTV here, back at it again, and today got another small update to go ahead and give you guys on the Odyssey. So very recently, since today is part 8, I believe, if you guys did miss part 7 or any of them before, I do recommend you guys go through and watch them. But if you watched, or if you missed part 6 in particular, I really recommend you guys go back and rewatch it, or just go watch it for the first time. Anyways, guys, in that video I showed you guys that the foot tub finally got paint. I was just talking to you guys about, you know, the whole plan. The frame finally got paint, the foot tub was already painted, this finally got paint the same day as that the frame did, with the same color of glossy black, and the skid plate also got repainted from yellow to the same shade of red. And all the paint that was used, this was the red that was used right here for the foot tub, and skid plate did not really do too well with the fiberglass. It scratches a lot, but we're going to put a durable coat on it. And here is the Rust-Oleum gloss protective enamel glossy black that was used for the frame and the bumper. Alright, so that's the first update. So I went over the paint, and one thing I forgot to mention was this Rust-Oleum high performance wheel paint. We actually went ahead and painted, those were the original color wheels, and that looks like that the original owners tried to paint the only 2 front wheels red. We went over this just as a test coat, just to see how it would turn out. The surface was not the cleanest, but we'll go with it and we'll clean them up. Maybe do another few coats. We only did the right side wheels and tires, but we are going to go over them another day with this silver. So the paint scheme, if you guys did miss it, so but just by looking at this is going to be the front paint scheme. So red, black, black seat, and red roll cage, and silver wheels, and that's pretty much it. And I already said the black seat. So now with the back, what is going on back here? So we are going to go ahead, we have officially decided what we are doing. So with the racing seat that I got, it's going to mount, you know, just right here, and it's gonna, the back's gonna come up like right here, right? So pretty tall, nice Summit racing seat. And by the way, I cleaned up the garage just a little bit, just so I can have more space working on this, and the dirt bike's already ready to go. It's pretty nice. So more videos in the future will be coming with that dirt bike versus this, or maybe just dirt bike in general. That's just a that's a 2000 and I think it's 2002 Honda XR70R. Anyways, guys, so with this, we are going to be going ahead and just simply doing one cut right here, one cut right here, and one cut right here, one cut right here, and one cut right here, another cut right here, and another cut right there. Essentially just removing like all of this, all the crappy welds. And once we're left with just an open space is what we're doing. Alright, guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and take a seat right here. So with all this gone, I mean, we're still going to have this. So the first thing that we're doing, we're going to take this and we're going to weld where the sturdy fence post is just with, I think that's 1/2-inch tubing. We're going to take 1/2-inch tubing and weld it fully around. And that's pretty much that. And then once we have, you know, clean looking, you know, just place here, then we can work inside of it. So what we're gonna go ahead and do. So this is these 2 places right here are the roll cage mounts. So from right here and right here, these were the original motor mounts. They just came up to indented bar to get just barely past the axle and right to the left, by looking at it, of the pulley system, or the clutch I mean, and then it just kind of angled around. That's the other mount. So essentially what we're doing is we're welding 2 bars up, just like this, but it's still going to be way lower than this, so that the plate is somewhere around here. So we're going to weld up 2 bars right here, and then the 3rd one right here, and then just make the plate sturdy, and then we're also going to weld under 2 bars so that it's like cross and sturdy. You guys will see it when that day comes, but it will be coming very soon because I'm hoping I can get all this cut off tonight. Alright guys, so other thing, little update with this. We are still, the reason that this has not gotten paint yet, we are still waiting on a little accident that I had, a hole. So I'm not going to show you guys that. There's a hole that that was accidentally cut by me when cutting off this little paint can gas tank that came on it was originally on it and just bolted down, so we didn't have to cut that off. But this was what it was sitting on right here. So it was just right like in the middle there. So I chopped on both sides, and as you guys can see, I kind of went in, and that is how I went in, resulting in a hole. But we all mess up sometimes. So once we get 30 amp or however many amps we need to get our stick welder working instead of just TIG or MIG, we've been going at it with MIG, just trying to fill in the hole, and we're going to grind it down and then paint it. That's the only thing that we're waiting on. Then we'll bolt that down. Well, actually, we're going to mount up we're going to rig up the mounting plate. We're going to reuse this one. Alright, we're just going to turn it sideways, but like not right here. We're going to cut it all off, and then just because it's a sheet of metal, or you know, it's a pretty thick, good sturdy mounting plate, should work. We're just going to need to relocate the holes in order to mount up the 212 Predator, and resulting in me being the second person on YouTube and all of YouTube to have a 212 Predator on a 1977 Honda Odyssey, or any Honda Odyssey that is. So I'd like to hear your guys' opinions and thoughts. What do you guys do think? The bolt was actually snapped off on the undermount, and we just now found that out, so it's a bit crooked, but we are going to try to get that out of there in order to put a new bolt in. So another thing that I decided to make this video for, I never have to spend another cent on this thing. Alright guys, so I finally ordered everything to get this thing going. So off of GoPowersports.com, I ordered a brake caliper. Alright, just a manual brake caliper, and it will stop this thing. It should work pretty well with the already disc brake that's on it. Good thing we didn't have to buy a disc brake, so all I did was buy the caliper, the throttle and brake cables, right? So I bought those. What else did I buy? I bought the seat, the brake caliper. Okay, so then next I bought the belt, right? So I got the belt, and I also bought the clutch, and then I would have seat belts somewhere over there. What else? I'm trying to think. So then next, or the last thing, we're gonna need to go to the hardware store here. This is something that I don't have to order online. It's just the tube steel. We're gonna go up to a hardware store and buy some, you know, thicker. We're gonna buy 1/2 inch, because I think that's how big this tube steel is, to make it, you know, fully round. And then we are going to buy, you know, thicker tube steel in order to make these sturdy mounts for the motor. Other than that, let's think. So brake caliper, clutch, belt, throttle and brake cables, seat. I think that's all. I'm not too sure, but I think that's all I bought, and that's pretty much it. Sometime in the future, I will be looking into new shocks. These are not frozen up. They're not seized up. They work just fine, you know, if you do that, and it's got the long arm suspension that goes with it. So, you know, everything's freed up. Everything rolls, steers just fine. By the way, guys, a little bit of a steering update. As you guys may know, with these old Odysseys, this is 77, the first year they ever manufactured them. Basically, the steering was like really hard. You have to turn with like all your might, and you don't have very much space to steer. This is as much as it steers. All right, so, and something that was wrong with mine, watch. So, see, look, the front tire spins, and then, or it starts turning. See, it keeps turning, and then that tire finally starts turning. Let me show you guys again. So we're gonna try to fix this problem, but underneath where you see the steering and the tie rods and whatnot, where all the steering linkage is, it's all spinning. So it's like a box. Then you got the left tie rod and the right tie rod, and then the right one comes around, and they're both spinning just like this. And that way the right one's on top, and then this one just comes around, but they're both spinning at the same time. So I really do not know how to fix it. Watch, watch the tires real quick. The left one spins more, and then just finally the left one starts spinning. And the same with the right. So I think it's just something in the middle. By the way, guys, when we bought this thing, and even when we got it back here and we're trying to free up the steering, it just did not want to go. It did not want to turn, did not want to steer whatsoever. So the fix to that I addressed, taking this off, spraying a bunch of blaster, and just letting it soak in and leak out the bottom down there. And then we put some grease right there and there on both sides, and it just absolutely freed up the steering. Like, it just steers so easily now with both hands. Obviously it's a bit easier, but if I just grab on the top here, I can steer it easier and back. But yeah, so far so good. The build is going very well. I just want to show you guys that we assembled the front, tell you guys that I finally ordered everything, tell you guys my plan for the back. And this might just be the last part. I wanted to do a 10-part series where by part 10 I will be driving this thing. So part 9 will be the assembly, part 10 will be me driving. That was my entire plan, because today's part 8, ladies and gentlemen. And I finally, my budget was around $500, and I think I'm lower than $500. I don't even think I'm at $400 yet, because this was $100, that was $100, clutch was $30, seat was $60. Couple other things, they're pretty cheap, around the $20-$30 range. But other than that, I do not think I'm over $400, let's say. Like, I might be just a little bit over 400, but either way, guys, this build is turning out really good. I'm very pleased with it, very happy with it for picking it up for $100. Alrighty, guys, sorry about that. My phone actually died, and I just went ahead and unplugged it. Gave it some time to actually charge up. But one last look at the Odyssey. It's looking very nice. So before I end up today's video, I just need to say I'm very pleased with the build, and I would like to hear you guys' opinions about the build and what you guys think about it overall, and any changes I should make to it, what you guys think. And yeah, so here's the motor. By the way, guys, something I actually forgot is I did order a dump straight pipe, header pipe for this 212 Predator, so that's gonna be pretty cool. And I will do performance tests as well, so stay tuned for those. Like seeing top speed with the muffler on it, and then top speed with the straight pipe. For you guys that maybe are getting inspiration to put a 212 Predator on yours or something like that, or maybe just on a longer, bigger kart like this one. But anyways, guys, with that, that's pretty much it for today's video. This is gonna be part 8. Part 9 will be me. Let's think. I will be putting on the clutch. I will be mounting, or I will be welding up the mounts. So then we have the mounting plate, bolting in the motor after we drill out our holes. It's gonna be a big day for part 9, and then maybe that same day, or what I'm planning on is right after it, the part 10, after the assembly, once all my parts come in, meaning bolting down the seat, running throttle and brake cables, hooking up the belt, seeing where the mounting plate's going to be, putting on the clutch, all that good stuff, and making sure it all frees up and works alright, which it does right now, and then making sure the brake caliper will work, maybe adjusting that some. I'm kind of dragging out this video a bit too long, so with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to have an amazing rest of you guys' day or night, and once again, if you ever need to free up your steering, just spray some blaster down the steering column, and then it should get to the bottom and maybe drain out, and then it'll work. And with that, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to have, once again, an amazing rest of you guys' day or night, and with that, I'll catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.